Welcome to the Grand Canyon!
It's so cold.
But very beautiful. On our America Unplugged road trip, we want to show you the unique US travel experiences. Well, visiting the Grand Canyon in the winter is one of those. Check out our tips for an epic adventure. Many thanks to Alliance Travel for sponsoring this video and helping to protect your family travel investment. So the canyon is 277 miles long, 18 miles wide and 1 mile deep. Pretty impressive. No wonder it's one of the most well-known national parks in the world and one of the 7th natural wonders of the world. Yep, it sure does make me wonder and go, wow. It's snowing! Wake up, children! Woohoo! Oh, deer everywhere in the snow.
Daddy, stop.
You gonna cross, little fella? Hello?
How come Mommy gets to?
Hello there. Given the view behind me, let's start with our first tip. Perhaps consider visiting at the Grand Canyon in the wintertime. It offers a very unique perspective. You're going to have less crowds. Hermit's Rest Road is open, and doesn't it look so pretty when it's dusted in snow? Now, during the winter, only the south rim of the Grand Canyon is open, so come along, pack your beanie and your gloves, and enjoy the beauty of the Grand Canyon in the winter. Whee! Raining snowballs in the canyon, how cool!
Don't forget to let kids get hot chocolate.
I want some.
What was that?
So along the Rim Trail, where we're walking now in the village, is where you can find all these historic buildings and learn a little bit about the history here and the village that was here before it was a national park, but now it's here for us to enjoy in the national park. So this tiny rustic cabin behind me is the Lookout Studio, which was designed for people to gaze out over the canyon and purchase their postcards and photos. I could imagine if it was a real art studio, how inspiring it would be to create art there.
That's where I got.
This is Bucky's cabin. It's the only remaining building from the pioneer settlement from 1895. Why not pop into Kolb's studio behind me here and grab a book for your kids? A couple of storybooks, fictions about ghosts in the Grand Canyons and a mysterious adventure, and an activity book. What a great way to engage them in the experience of this gorgeous national park.
We're walking the Rim Trail from Mesa's Point to the village, and it's 2.5 miles, which is about 40 minutes. So,
Easy
yeah,
trail?
we're going, yeah.
Good for families?
Yeah.
Popular too. And
Savannah,
you can do it in the snow.
Savannah just threw a hard piece of snow on my head here.
That's the fun of visiting the Grand Canyon in the winter.
I'm gonna get her back. Oh! On my head.
Don't get in there. Don't get. She got you back. That's enough now.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Mighty Colorado. Bright Angel Trail, where is it?
Right there. It goes all the way down there, and you can even go to the very bottom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Want to do it?
No way. I'm only doing like 15 minutes of it.
Good news is there's a free shuttle bus that runs up and down the South Rim, so you can walk along the Rim Trail for as far as you can and then jump on a shuttle back to your car, which is what we're doing now.
This is Mavis Point, which is a popular lookout, and you can see a little bit of the Colorado River.
What did the Colorado River do?
Carved the king.
Isn't it incredible that it carved all of that? The Grand Canyon offers many fabulous opportunities for kids to learn, which is what I love so much about it. The kids are really engaged, they're learning so much, and they're forming a deep appreciation for something so wonderful.
This is the Geology Museum, and this is all the rock formations. And this one's down there.
And where is this at?
Geology Museum.
What can you see? A bridge?
That kind of stone?
Limestone.
That's the top part of the canyon. Soft stone, that is.
And look at the middle inside.
Oh,
Feel the middle.
Like a piece of art.
2,000, 72,000. We've walked 20,000 years.
20,000 years. It's a time trail, isn't it? You
60,000.
get a sense of how old the Grand Canyon is. What does the sign say? Congratulations, you have walked 1,000,000 years.
We've walked 20 million steps. So excited for the snow and the junior rangers because it's actually snowing right now.
What do you love about the junior rangers?
It's fun. Ow, but my knee hurts. You do like for the junior rangers. You do like quizzes, and when you're finished, your category of how old you are. When you're finished, you hand the book in, and you do this pray thingy, and then you get a badge.
Oh, awesome.
And then you're a junior ranger.
Awesome. And what's the pray thingy, Kalani?
It's not a pray.
What is it?
Pledge.
What do you pledge?
I can't remember because it was last year.
Do you pledge caring for the national park?
You pledge about the wildlife and the national park, and take care of the animals.
It's super important, isn't it?
So super important.
Promise to learn all I can about Grand Canyon and share what I learn with others. I pledge to protect Grand Canyon and be a friend to planet Earth. Congratulations, you are now official Grand Canyon Junior Ranger.
The first stop on the Hermit's Rest Road is the Trailview Overlook, and you get a great view of the Bright Angel Trail and the village over there. And when you look down, you can still see that trail and the lush vegetation that is down further in the canyon. It's just spectacular. It's snowing. Good thing we're mostly doing the drives, scenic drives today, and no real hiking. So this is Power Point on the Hermit's Rest. Great spot to come, and you feel like you've got the canyon entirely surrounding you here, and you can really see the reds of the canyon and the different colours. It's just gorgeous. So if you love the Colorado River, Mojave Point is a great place to see it. You can see quite a long stretch of it and a couple of river rapids. One of my bucket list dreams has always been to raft the Colorado River. Let me know in the comments below if you would do it or have done it. Well, are you afraid of heights? You might want to skip the Abyss, another stop on the Hermit's Rest Drive. You're standing right on the edge, a sheer drop off. Don't worry, there's a railing here, so be sensible and you'll be fine, but you might get a little bit of vertigo. You're gonna love this view if you want to appreciate the sheer size of the Grand Canyon. You've got views from the north, east and west here. It's just spectacular. It's Pima Point, second last stop on the Hermit's Rest. Spectacular. We have made it to Hermit's Rest, the last stop. Now this area was named after Louis Boucher, a Canadian immigrant who was a prospector and a tour guide, and he lived in Dripping Springs as a hermit. And there is a trail, 7-mile round trip, takes about 5 hours, that you can hike down to Dripping Springs and see why he loved it so much. It sounds incredible, and it's definitely on my bucket list for when we return to the Grand Canyon in warmer weather. So the Hermit's Rest Drive is 7 miles, close to the public in summer. You have to take the shuttle bus to every stop. Personally, I think I would find that annoying because you'd have to wait for the shuttle before you can move to each stop. I personally would rather walk it 7 miles or bike it. And then once you get to Hermit's Rest, you can either go back another 7 miles, then you can jump on the shuttle back to the visitor centre or village, and you can even take your bikes on the shuttle. So Hopi Point along Hermit's Rest, which is the scenic drive, and you can get the shuttle along to the various points along this drive, but Hopi Point is a popular place for sunset, so we're here to check it out. The clouds have parted, so I think we're going to have a nice show. The views here are spectacular. You can get a really good look at the Colorado River from here. One good thing about being here in the winter is that Hermit's Rest is open to the public. Usually it is closed from March through to November and only available on the shuttle, so it's pretty cool that we can drive along here, take our time, not worry about waiting for shuttles, and enjoy this view. I love the view here. You are really close to the canyon, like the depths of the canyon here, and you can really see how the Colorado River has shaped it. So I feel like you're a bit lower to the bottom, but it's just beautiful. One of the most popular trails going into the canyon is the Bright Angel Trail, and we highly recommend you do it. Craig and I did it about 12 years ago, and Craig and the girls did some of it in September last year when it was warm and the track was clear and just dirt. Unfortunately, during the winter, and it's something to think about when you do visit the Grand Canyon, if you want to hike into the canyon, winter is not a great time because all the tracks are covered in snow and ice. You can buy some cleat things to put on over your shoes. We were going to do that, but they're all sold out and they don't have Savannah size, so we don't want to risk it. We've come a little way down and it is slippery, and remember, you're going down into the canyon, so the drop-offs are pretty steep and far down, and we certainly don't want to have any accidents or do anything silly, but we can show you some of the pictures of the trail and what it's like when the kids did it in September. But fantastic experience. We got out to Plateau Point, Craig and I, which was a 12-mile return. One of the best things I've ever done. It was awesome. So we recommend you do that for now. I'm going to go see how far we can go down until it's no longer safe. Okay, so we've walked as far as we feel it's safe and comfortable. We got a fair way down. Now we have to walk back up what's called Heartbreak Hill. This is going to be fun in the snow. Let's see how we go.
Hello. Hello.
So that's made my whole America Unplugged trip, I think, seeing that guy walking up out of the canyon in the snow and ice in a pair of flip-flop and shorts.
He's an Australian hero.
He's a local Arizona guy, a guide, and they just come back up from the bottom of the canyon, staying over there at the Phantom Ranch for a couple of nights. I'm like, here I am freaking out, walking with Merrills that are super grippy. That was great, wasn't it, girls? If you want to say something, you can.
We are making it this far, and it's very snowy and dangerous.
So we decided it's best to turn around, hey?
Yeah. Yes. This is how far we got last time.
In the summer too, you could have gone so much further.
Look how much snow there is.
Yeah, so much. Woo, steep drop off too, making me nervous. So the Heartbreak Hill hasn't been too heartbreaky. We didn't do the full thing, but I do remember when Craig and I walked back up out of here after 12 miles of hiking in the summer. It was Heartbreak Hill then, I tell you. I remember that. That was really tough, the last couple of bits. And we're out. I'm very proud of the girls. We were brave doing that. We didn't let us fear stop us, but we were very sensible. And we stopped when it got a little bit too slippery, didn't we? Yeah. Well, how do you feel, girls?
Good, now we're gonna go get a treat.
That's what they're saying anyway.
No, that's what Daddy said.
Oh, okay. We'll see. Well, this snowstorm's starting to come on in now. We can't really see anything. We're on the Desert View Drive, which is meant to be spectacular. 25 miles of awesomeness one way. We're going to finish it for you and see if we can pick up some views so that you know what you can do when you come. Hopefully when you're not in the middle of a snowstorm, but that's part of the adventure, right? It's why we travel. For the journey, not always for the destination. If you are a fearless adventurer, then Grandview Point is the start of the Grandview Trail, which is the steepest trail going into the canyon. It's one to perhaps come back for. What do you think, girls?
Yay!
Our fearless adventurers at the back probably would. Well, the Desert View Drive is definitely worth it just to come to Yavapai Point to see the view from here. You can really see the Colorado River snaking throughout the canyon. It is stunning and the colours here are magnificent. Probably one of my favourite viewpoints so far, and sunset is meant to be incredible here. So hopefully you can time it right when the skies aren't cloudy to see it at sunset. Wow, look at this amazing treat, a rainbow, see? Doing this drive in a snowstorm has its benefits. We've managed to find a spot where it cleared up for us and we got these spectacular views at Moran Point. An interesting stop is the Tusayan Museum, and you can take a self-guided walk through the ancient Puebloan remains, the ruins that we hear that were excavated in 1930. And apparently there are some 4,000-year-old twig stick animals in here. So let's go check it out. All roads lead to the watchtower. So this was designed like an ancient Puebloan watchtower. We're about to go up and take in some panoramic views of the canyon from here. This is really cool in here with all the artwork on the walls and the views all around you. Now, Mary Coulter designed this building. She designed many of the buildings that you see in the Grand Canyon Village and the area around here. And the watchtower has been built on the highest ground along the south rim. So let's go outside now, see what we can see. Despite visiting here 12 years ago, I've returned and gazed upon this incredible sight, and it feels like I was just here yesterday. And I think that's the power of visiting the Grand Canyon, is once you see it, it kind of gets inside of you, and it never leaves you, even if you leave. And it's there to always remind you and humble you and show you the magnificence of the journey and what you're capable of creating when you just have this soft and gentle approach to life, which really, water is so soft and gentle but yet so powerful. And I think that's the spirit of the Grand Canyon, and it's just incredible to be back here and witness it again.
I like the Grand Canyon because there's lots of walks to do and it's really pretty. And it's special.
I love the Grand Canyon because it's so pretty, and it's special because of the mountains and the water has carved it.
And what do you love seeing? I know you love seeing some animals the other day.
Yeah,
what
I love
did you
seeing.
see?
I saw, was it mule deer?
Yeah, I think so. You love the
And
animals.
it's fun because you get to do junior ranger stuff.
Yeah, junior
You
ranger.
learn so much. Well, I hope that we've encouraged you to spend longer than 17 minutes looking at the Grand Canyon, which is what the average visitor here does. There is so much to see and do here to really love and appreciate this beautiful natural wonder of the world. Many thanks again to Allianz Travel, the sponsor of this video, who are there to help protect your investment in your dream vacations, especially to a place like the Grand Canyon. Please leave a comment in this video. Tell us if you've been here before. What's your favorite tip? Would you spend longer than 17 minutes looking at it? Like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We look forward to sharing you some more amazing adventures as we road trip across the United States.